Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so very much for joining me here today. My name is Kelsey, and today we have another pick a card reading, and we are looking at messages for you based on your current energy. So we're going to start off with looking at what your current energy is, or the aspect of your energy that wants to be acknowledged today, and then we'll pull some messages that your guides or spirit, the universe, want you to know in regards to that. So out in front of you, we have 3 different piles to choose from. And I'm going to ask you guys to take a deep breath, really ground yourself, connect to your intuition, connect to your guides, and ask which one of these 3 piles is holding the messages that you need to hear in regards to your current energy. So starting off here, we have pile number 1 with the goddess dragon's blood. And we have pile number 2 here with the orange calcite dragon. And then we have pile number 3 here with the aura amethyst. So go ahead, take your time, pause the video if you need a moment to meditate or to choose. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So again, go ahead and pause the video if you need to, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose pile number 1 with the dragon's blood goddess, this reading's for you. And we're looking at your current energy and the messages in regards to that. And starting off here, I just am really getting this sense of needing to breathe, needing to breathe deeper, needing to breathe like all the way down into like your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, really a need to like open up your lungs and like your ribs area. So maybe even lifting your arms above your head if you're able to, like this figure is doing here, and breathing deep. Maybe some of you guys are being called to breath work, or to explore that, or maybe that's something you've been doing, but that's something that's coming in here quite strongly. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, you guys. Starting off, we're going to look here at the current aspect of your energy that wants to come forth, and then we'll shuffle out some tarot. Okay, so group number 1's current energy here. Wow, we have spiritual cleansing. Yeah, so it's almost like, again, I'm getting the breath work, like a need for fresh air. Some of you guys are being called to go outside, or you're maybe working with air element energies. Some of you guys may have quit smoking or are being called to quit smoking as well. Interesting. So I do feel like group number 1, your current energy right now is almost kind of like a breath of fresh air. You guys have been going through a transformation. You've been clearing out the clutter energetically for sure. And this may be like being projected into your physical environment with cleansing, spring cleaning type energy here. Decluttering your home, decluttering your space, decluttering your mind, your body. You may have found that you've chosen to move on or let go of some things recently that no longer resonate with you, or no longer serve a use in your life. Maybe you've been donating a lot of things. If not, then maybe that's something you're needing to do. Maybe your current environment is really impacting or affecting your current kind of spiritual state. There's just a need for open space inside and out, group number 1, okay? So if you feel like, I feel like group number 1, maybe some of you guys have been feeling kind of alone, or feeling kind of lost, feeling like you don't know where to go from here, or feeling like you don't have anywhere to go from here. Like you're in that transition state, you're in that in between, you're in that kind of space where it's like, well, I know I don't want to be what or who I used to be. I know I don't want to be connected to the things that I've spent so much time healing from, or cutting off in my life, or like enforcing boundaries. I don't want to go back to what it used to be, but I also don't know where I'm meant to move forward to. So you're in this kind of limbo space right now, group number 1. And maybe that's why you were led to this video, because you're being asked to embrace the open space. You're being asked to embrace the potential. You're being asked to embrace the unknown, and to kind of sit in that space instead of trying to force or to control what happens next or where you're supposed to go, as well as really being aware of not falling back into old patterns or habits. Okay, so group number 1, let's go ahead and pull some tarot and take a look at what your guides, spirit, the universe want you to know in regards to your current energy. So we have the 5 of Swords with controversy coming out here. Okay, and the color, I feel like there's almost like this aura. It's almost like this is your aura color, this purple indigo color here. So you're really being asked to like trust your intuition or like your inner wisdom right now, even if it seems illogical, even if it seems like for some of you guys, I feel like you're in this current situation or this space where it's like there's no proof, or you haven't, there's no reason technically or logically for you to move away from something or cut something off, or maybe even you're having some trust issues come up, or you are feeling like somebody is being dishonest or something is being dishonest, or you're being asked to trust yourself, even though logically it may seem that you have no reason to be going against the grain here. I hope that makes sense for you. We also have the Hierophant with join together. Interesting. And again, we have this kind of blue, indigo, purplish color here. I do feel like group number 1, your guides are asking you to clear the air, okay? To have some sort of conversation, or to confront something that's been weighing heavily on you or causing you to be in conflict either with yourself or with somebody else. There's something here, group number 1, where it's like maybe you've been fighting with something or fighting against something or someone, or you've been battling whether or not to trust someone or something, or there's just been a lot on your mind or on your heart that you haven't spoken of with somebody, and there's a need to clear the air, whatever that may be for you, whether that's asking for what you need, asking for your needs to be met, whether that's asking for clarity, whether that's, asking for space for some of you guys. There's just a need to speak something into existence that you've been holding within. And that is a sense of cleansing as well, a sense of opening space within yourself by letting out the words or the energies that you've been holding on to in a productive and healthy way. Okay, group number 1. So I do feel like group number 1, you may have a tendency to really hold on to your words. You may have a tendency to not speak what's on your mind, to not speak what's on your heart, out of this fear of being wrong, this fear of being judged, this fear of rejection potentially for some of you guys, or even like a fear of how the other person or the other energies will react to what you have to say. There's like, well, if I don't say what I'm feeling, or if I don't say what I'm thinking, then there's no way that they're going to react negatively to this. And I feel like you guys are in a space of releasing all of those energies that you've been holding on to out of fear of what's the word I'm looking for? Out of fear of like their reaction, essentially. We also have collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. Wow. So I do feel like group number one, this cleansing, this limbo that you've been in is leading you towards stronger connections. It's leading you towards being able to join with like-minded people. A lot of you guys have maybe been searching for a community, for like-minded people, for somebody to work with, for people in your life that support you, that work with you, that help you grow, that bring wisdom and knowledge and add to your life. And that is coming, and your guides want you to know that, but you had to go through this cleansing kind of era first, this clearing, in order to make space for this. And I do feel like group number one, there is an opportunity coming your way for a collaboration, to work with somebody or some people in a way that helps you all grow, which is beautiful. I love that. So group number one, let's go ahead and pull one final message for you. Any last guidance or advice in regards to this message that your guides want you to have? Group number one, please. I do feel like this cleansing and this clearing of the air, however that resonates for you, is going to be bringing a lot of confidence and really bringing in that community that you're seeking, group number one. The connections that you're seeking, whether they be business oriented, whether they be, you know, family oriented, friends, or romantic, whatever it is that you're seeking, will be coming in. Wow, we have the solar plexus chakra. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. Okay, so being mindful of the actions that you're taking and whether they're adding to your life or whether they're keeping you suppressed. Okay, so being mindful of really embracing your power and claiming your identity. I feel like that may be something that you've been struggling with. Group number one, claiming your identity. Some of you guys may feel very awkward or feel very uncomfortable or even vulnerable when you're put in a position to introduce yourself, to claim who you are or what you do or what you believe in. And you're really being asked to find the power in who you are, what you do, and what you believe in, instead of fearing how others are going to react to that or how others are going to either embrace or reject that. Okay, but this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number one. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below and leave a little sun emoji if you chose pile number one, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number two. Those of you that chose pile number two here with the orange calcite dragon, this reading is for you, and we are looking at your current energy and any messages that your guides, spirit, the universe want you to have in regards to your current energy at this time. So group number one, starting off with this dragon energy that's coming through here, there is a sense of almost protection coming through here. And this could be, you know, your guides or somebody being very protective over you, or this could be you being very protective over you or somebody else. But that energy is coming through here, almost parental type protection, as well as the inner child energy coming through here with this dragon. So I do feel that energy coming forth. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to start here with your current energy or aspect of your energy that your guides want to talk to you about today, and then we'll shuffle out the tarot as we go after that, okay? So group number two, your current energy here. We have death coming through for group number two. So I do feel like group number two, you are in a space within your life that maybe feels a little chaotic, but there's almost this energy of being uprooted, this energy of, some of you guys may have just moved or are feeling very unstable within your home, or like have this kind of energy looming over you where you might lose your home, or maybe you're renting and you're like fearful of getting evicted when the owner like sells the house, or it's like that kind of energy coming through here. As well as there is kind of this sense of needing to have trust to bloom. Flowers utilize all of their energy, they spend all of their energy to create their blooms. Even though that, causes them to then die. The flowers die inevitably. But there's something here where it's like there's this need to still try, this need to put yourself out there, this need to give it your all, even though the beauty or the success or the satisfaction may only be temporary. So I do feel like group number 2, a big message coming through here has to do with really enjoying, really embracing the fleeting moments of life, okay? Instead of needing everything to be very permanent, very structured, very solid, there's a need to really embrace the fleeting moments. Interesting. So with this red here, I am very much so getting like the root chakra vibes as well. So I do feel like for some of you guys, maybe you've been struggling with falling into like survival mode, or you've been struggling with feeling safe or with feeling secure and stable. So working with that root energy, that root chakra, may be very beneficial for you. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards, group number 2, and see what messages we have in regards to your current energy here. Some of you guys may have had like a childhood that you moved around a lot, or you felt very unsafe or very unstable. And being in this energy now may be bringing up a lot of that inner child kind of wounds. I hear some of you guys saying things like, my kids are never going to have to go through what I went through. I don't want my kids to have to see the things that I saw. It's like that type of energy is coming through here too, and that very protective kind of energy. But I feel like it's very based out of fear. And that fear is in your inner child being asked to be healed. So our first card here is Judgment, and we have inner calling. It's in your inner child. There's something here that is coming out, group number 2, or coming up from your past, that's very internal, but maybe being triggered by external kind of factors right now. So there's a need to kind of pay attention to that. I also feel like group number 2, you guys may be wrapping up a lot of like karmic energies, cycles, a lot of cycles ending, and that could be this death energy coming through here as well. Like there's a lot of things that you've broken free from. This could be like even ancestral healing, things that you've been passed down like through your parents, through your family members, that you've been breaking free from. We have Temperance with Serenity here. So we have a lot of very big energy coming out here in regards to your current energy, group number 2. I really feel like being asked to find security in the unknown, to find stability, serenity, and peace in the changes of life, in the changes in seasons, in the fact that nothing is permanent. And that brings in freedom, like liberation is something that's trying to come in through here. Like being liberated from these restraints that keep you stuck in one spot, out of this mentality that things aren't supposed to change. And we also have the Queen of Wands with confidence. So group number 2, I feel like a lot of you guys have like your worth or your confidence or your like self-esteem even potentially kind of attached to this idea that your worth or your success is connected directly to the amount of time that you're at a job or in a relationship, or that you can hold on to something, that you can keep something, or how permanent something is. And you're really being asked to, again, find that power and that confidence and the magic in change and in releasing. To not allow things that end or leave your life or change to cause you to doubt yourself, or even like internally like blame yourself or beat yourself up because something changed and you had no control over it. I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and pull one more card here for group number 2. Any last guidance, advice for group number 2, please? Meditation. I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. So like really finding that inner peace, that inner calmness, the inner trust, the inner calling, your intuition, really allowing yourself to tune into those inner energies here and embracing them, to allow yourself to kind of detach from this need for permanence externally. And that doesn't mean that like you never have anything stay in your life, or that you shouldn't want things to stay in your life. There's just this, like I said, like this almost this attachment issue coming in here, where it's like your self-worth, your confidence, your self-esteem potentially, or some aspect of yourself like that is like attached to the permanence of something or someone within your life, or even multiple things, and you're being asked to like reclaim that power internally, to take that back, to believe in yourself. I hope that makes sense for you, but this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this. Let me know if you chose this pile by leaving let's say by leaving a moon little emoji if you can. If you watched all the way to the end here, leave a little moon down below to let me know that you chose this pile and that you're embracing the different phases of life, right? and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose pile number 3 here with this aura amethyst, this reading is for you, and we are looking at your current energy and any messages that your guides, spirit, the universe have in regards to your current energy right now that you need to hear. So, group number 3, starting off, there is this sense of being very closed off, or kind of having like this shell around you right now. Maybe you're feeling kind of fragile for some of you, or weak in some sense. Some of you guys may look at strength as though it's something that determines your worth or your value. Some of you guys may also be feeling like you have to kind of walk on eggshells right now for some reason. But I am really picking up on that kind of energy, like feeling very fragile, feeling very withdrawn, almost. Interesting. So let's go ahead, group number 3, and take a look at your current energy, and then we'll shuffle out your tarot cards after that. So group number 3's current energy, we have fire. Okay, so I do feel like you guys may be feeling burnt out, drained, depleted. You may also be relying on something else or somebody else to be breathing life into you or supporting you right now, or something like that, feeling like you have to rely on something or someone else right now in order to survive. So this could be like a relationship dynamic for some of you guys, feeling like you have to walk on eggshells around somebody because they're paying your bills or something like that. And I'm also seeing like the phoenix right now. So I feel like that's the universe saying that you are going to rise up out of this, even though right now you may be feeling very burnt out, kind of like the ashes. You will reignite. Okay. So let's go ahead, group number 3. And get some tarot. I'm also like being shown the fact that like fire is this chemical reaction that needs other elements to live, thrive, survive, to be able to exist. So that may be kind of, like I said, something that you guys are currently experiencing or feeling. You guys may have the tendency to be like, well, if it wasn't for this or this person or this situation or this experience, then I wouldn't be here right now. You may have the tendency to really discredit your own strength or your own courage, your own bravery, your own will, your own determination. So our first card out is Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, which is a fire sign. Some of you guys may be Sagittarius, have heavy Sagittarian or Jupiter energy, or dealing with a Sagittarius. But this is about harmony, serenity. This is about acceptance. For some of you guys, learning how to accept yourself instead of hardening yourself or covering yourself up or putting yourself in this bubble or withdrawing to make other people more comfortable. I feel like group number 3, you guys are being guided to exist, you know, unapologetically. Allowing yourself to take up space. You guys may really struggle with feeling like you're less worthy of somebody's attention or of taking up space, or you may feel like you're in the way a lot. And I feel like the universe is really trying to bring this to the forefront in order for it to really be healed. This could stem from past relationships, or patterns that you were taught as a child to, you know, be seen and not heard. You may have also always, or even currently, have had like your opinions, your ideas shut down or dismissed. And now you're being asked to kind of learn how to not dismiss yourself. Allow yourself to be heard. Allow yourself to be seen. Speak your truth. Be your truth. The Hierophant. So I feel like group number, group number 3, you guys are being asked to bring your true self forward, to allow yourself to be in this physical 3D reality. A lot of you guys may really struggle with disassociation or kind of separating yourself from reality, especially like with the mental body or emotional body. And this may have caused you to be in situations where people thought that you were, you know, heartless, or that you didn't care, or, you know, things like that. And really, it's kind of like a self-preservation mechanism that I feel like has kind of fallen into like an automatic function, like autopilot. You automatically fall into this separation out of self-preservation, and you're being asked to acknowledge that and try to acknowledge when it's happening so that you can reattach to this physical world and allow yourself again to take up space, to be present, to connect to this world. To put your ideas out there, to speak your truth and make it a reality. I hope that makes sense for you. And we also have the Hermit. Yes, spiritual enlightenment. I feel like group number 3, you guys are currently in this kind of state of, I don't know, maybe an awakening for some of you guys. But it's like you're constantly being fed guidance, knowledge, inspiration from your guides or the universe or whatever it is that you connect to. But because you're not putting those ideas, those inspirations, those opinions, those truths, that wisdom into this reality, out of being like detached from it, it's causing you to burn out. It's causing you to feel maybe lost, confused, like you don't belong. So yeah, you are really being guided to allow yourself to exist in this physical world. That's a big message coming through here. Let's go ahead and pull one final message. Any last guidance or advice for group number 3? You're being asked to kind of break out of your shell, even though this shell has been like a protection mechanism, right? Potentially since you were a child. Like, it was easier to guard yourself, to put this shield up around you, than to deal with pain, hurt feelings, dismissal. I feel like you guys just feel dismissed a lot, and I feel like that's been kind of a theme throughout your life. And that's something that is coming into healing for you, group number 3. And this is a part of the way that you can kind of support that healing is by not dismissing yourself, not dismissing your ideas, your wisdom, your self, right? So we have 2 that want to come out for you guys, so I'll take them both. Our first one here is the root chakra. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. Yes, on the physical plane. You're being asked to really work on being present in your body, being present in this physical plane, to connect to this physical reality. And then we also have a nurturing heart with mother. I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. So some of you guys here may have a mother or a mother figure on kind of the other side that really wanted to make their presence known here, that is protecting you, that is holding you. And she may present herself to you in this physical world through wolves, butterflies, and feathers. So that may not be for everybody here, but that's something that is coming through and wanted to come through. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. And comment down below and leave a fire emoji to let me know that you made it all the way through this reading. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.